As high school football is back for another season here on the LSN. Sam Smith and the Clear Lake Falcons out of District 24 5A take on Chris Massey and the Deer Park Deer out of 21 5A, who are coming off their first playoff victory in 10 seasons. Next on the Legacy Sports Network. Tonight is the Deer Park Deer against the Clear Lake Falcons from Absher Stadium in Deer Park, Texas, on the Legacy Sports Network. Good evening and welcome into tonight's broadcast. I'm Gerald Sanchez along with Ken Moore, and a couple of teams have played each other over the past years and a couple of coaches who are very familiar with each other. Sam Smith of Clear Lake and Chris Massey of Deer Park, and a couple of teams with some success from last year. One making the playoffs and getting a playoff win in their first season and first time in 10 years. And Clear Lake coming off a 3-7 season, looking to build upon that. Yeah, Clear Lake absolutely coming into this season winless a couple of years ago, won 3 games last year. In that third season right now under Coach Sam Smith, has his quarterback, his son, Sam Smith III. We'll call him SS3 tonight for lack of a better term. But it's great to have football back in the state of Texas. The band is playing, the crowd is pumped. I'm ready to get going. Absolutely. And from the other side of Deer Park, Connor Means had a very successful summer, a couple of camps, and he's ready to go to lead his Deer in his senior season. Yeah, the lefty quarterback had a tremendous year last year, passing for over 1,600 yards, had a great touchdown to interception ratio, 19 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. But also, this is a team that likes to run the football a lot. They lost their big runner last year. Noah Cano ran over for 1,200 yards. Now they'll turn to the junior, Trey Farmer, as he'll try to pick up the slack in 2013. It is the Deer and the Falcons coming up next from Absher Stadium. They're about to play the national anthem, and we'll step aside and come back with the kickoff right after this on the Legacy Sports Network.
We welcome you to North Shore Marine. We support a large parts and accessories for Johnson, Evinrude, Yamaha, and Suzuki. And we also have parts for your boat, not only just the motor. So you can come in and get pretty much everything you need and be on your way. So you name it, we got it. We sell Sea Arc aluminum boats, a wide variety we try to keep in stock so we can accommodate just about anybody. We service Johnson, Evinrude, Yamaha, and Suzuki. We have a master technician in our staff, and he's highly accredited. Well, of course, we're a family-oriented business. We try to keep it on that level. We're concerned for the well-being of our customers. Come visit us at North Shore Marine.
Back at Absher Stadium, Falcons and the Deer opening the 2013 season. Deer Park winning a playoff game and a major upset. They defeated the Pearland Oilers, getting their first playoff win, and then losing to Fort Bend Travis at Reliant Stadium in a game that, if you ask Chris Massey and his team, they felt that it was right there for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a game that they felt like they should have won. They may have been a little happy to get there since they won that first game. But coming into this season, that's some momentum they can build off of from last year. Bring it into this campaign. I know they talked a lot about that during the spring workouts and once again here during the preseason. So Deer Park definitely looking to build on that momentum from 2012.
And for Clear Lake, like you said a couple of seasons ago, winless, and they were able to get 3 wins, feeling really good about their program. And many feel that they might sneak in as the 4th spot in 24-5A, and of course that's with all the other great schools like Clear Springs. That's going to be a really good team this year, and also the Brazos Wood Buccaneers over there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Clear Lake, they bring back a lot of players that played on that 0-10 team from 2011, that 3-win team from 2012, and we've seen a lot of teams throughout the Houston area kind of build that momentum with freshmen and sophomores, especially when they're starting with a new regime. They used to be a run-oriented team back in 2009, 2008. Now they're looking to go more pass-oriented under Coach Sam Smith. So we're going to see a wide-open attack here with a veteran team. They return 9 starters on offense. They have 4 starters on that offensive line. A couple of guys we'll be keeping eyes on tonight for them. A couple of guys that are big-time recruits. Blake. So I lost my notes here. Oh, yeah. Blake Blackmar, All-American, Baylor commit, big guy, 6'6", 325. Matthew Muha, big number 78, Oklahoma State commit, 6'6", 255. Those guys are going to anchor that offensive line, and looks like we're going to see them here first as Clear Lake will receive the opening kickoff.
And Forrest Needler for Deer Park, the junior, will kick it off as it is teed up on the 40-yard line and ready to go here from Absher Stadium. Deer Park in the maroon and Clear Lake in the traveling white jerseys. Of course, Deer Park last year, a convincing win, opened up the season in 2012. Kickoff, and we are underway. Taken at the goal line is Harris, and he's hit pretty hard. Good special teams, and I know it's cliche, but it's so important, Ken, getting that start with the season and the special teams.
Yeah, absolutely, and a big hit. Lucky to hold on to the football as we look at the Clear Lake starting lineup. Sam Smith, the quarterback, 3-year starter. He'll have Deshaun Francis in the backfield. One of his big guys on the outside is going to be Jordan Davis, number 19. Keep an eye on here. And we talked about the big guys up front. Matthew Muha, number 78, anchors that offensive line.
All right, Smith gets the ball in the backfield, surveying, and he's going to go down the left sideline. And it'll be incomplete and a flag. Intended receiver was Chapman, and it looks like that should be pass interference.
Yeah, Stephon Chapman, the senior wideout, going on a go pattern from the jump. And we'll see what the call is here from the referees.
And immediately, and of course you look at that big line of Clear Lake, it gave Smith all types of protection and all types of time.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of time in the backfield.
Pageant, the defensive back, a junior, on the coverage, and he just got with his hand caught in the cookie jar with Chapman. That was quite obvious, actually.
Deer Park, their defensive front, they run a 3-4 defense as we see the yardage being marked off across the 31-yard line. We'll get the starting defense after this play. It'll be first down here for Clear Lake.
Smith with the pass in the backfield to Jordan Davis, out of bounds.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Jordan Davis tonight. That kid goes 6'4", nearly 250, and he's just a junior. So we take a look at the Deer defense. Michael Bruton will lead the middle, the defensive end. Tim Espinoza and Matt Cardenas, the linebackers, lead that bunch. And then in the secondary, McDowell will lead that secondary unit.
Chapman in motion. The handoff goes up the middle to Deshaun Francis. Francis breaks the line of scrimmage, gets a couple of yards up the middle. And so that'll move the chains for a first down. First down and 10 from the Clear Lake 43-yard line. Smith in the backfield again, looking to the right side. And he's able to break free and get out of bounds. And a vicious hit, too. right there by Gunnar Herrera. Gunnar says, I'm gunning you down right there.
Yeah, he got stuck on the sideline. He had a couple of receivers open in the secondary. There's the Deer right now playing a basic man-to-man defense, but he decided to pull it down, did Smith. Picked up about 4 yards.
Smith from the shotgun, a little wobbly on the snap, and really nothing happening up the middle on the run was Francis.
Yeah, Francis got clobbered that time. Young tailback going to have to learn to get his shoulder square so he doesn't take those big hits. It's going to be 3rd down and long now for Clear Lake.
I noticed, Ken, on the opening drive here on several plays, they have Chapman in motion going from left to right or right to left.
Yeah,
sets up his trips on the left side now.
Yeah, and that's to recognize if it's man-to-man or zone defense.
Speaking of Chapman, he gets the ball and cannot wiggle free for a first down. And so Deer Park's defense on the offensive first possession for Clear Lake holds him, and it'll be 4th down, and here comes the kicking team.
Yeah, you mentioned the receivers going in motion. That's going to be a key for the quarterback. If there's a defender that follows that receiver in the motion, that lets you know it's man-to-man. If no one follows him, if the defense just kind of sways to the left or right, depending on which way the receiver goes, that'll let you know that they're playing some type of zone defense.
Hunter Sink and also Seth Brown are back deep to receive the punt from Smith, and this is not a good punt at all. But it'll take a Falcon bounce, and, well, may have not looked very pretty to start, but it gets to the 25-yard line and gets the job done.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
That's right.
It was not a good kick, but it was a good result. As we'll take a look at the Deer offense. Connor Means, the quarterback, leads the troops out, passed for over 1,600 yards last year. Trey Farmer, number 33, he'll be the bell cow in the backfield this season for those guys. As you look at the big lineman up front, Antonio Lopez, big number 76 on the outside. He'll be one of the main protectors for Connor Means.
Talked about Clear Lake's offensive line. Deer Park no slouch of their own. 1st and 10 from the 25 at Deer Park as Connor Means would get his first snap at 2013. And that is a handoff that goes up the middle as Morin will get the first down. Beg your pardon, that was Trey Farmer on the run.
That's Trey Farmer. That's the kid we talked about last season. Just a junior this year, and he's replacing Noah Cano, who ran for over 1,200 yards last season. And he'll be expected to do that and maybe a little bit more this year to take some of the pressure off of Means. You take a look at it, good blocking right up front, got a good lead block from his fullback, Marine, and that sprung him for that big gain on the first down.
1st down and 10, and again to the left side is Farmer. Nice move, and he'll get another first down. Ball gets loose, but the officials say he was down, and how about this? 2 snaps and 2 runs from Trey Farmer.
Yeah, Farmer this time off the left side, off tackle. And again, right behind Antonio Lopez, the big senior, able to lay some lumber, running over guys in the secondary for a first down as they cross midfield.
9 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in quarter number 1. First offensive possession for the Deer. Means looking to go deep. Eludes one defender. He'll take it himself on the run, and he stopped at the line of scrimmage, and what a hit. Andre Gaskin, a junior, comes up, and it's Connor Means, and Connor actually going to lose a yard on that. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, and both of these guys have to learn to get down as we take a look at the Falcon defense. And they run a 3-4 defense as well. David Lott and Nathan Fox, the linebackers. Those are some big guys. They're going to have to make some big plays. Colin Jones and Cody Langford, the deep safeties, they're going to have to be very respectful of these receivers for Deer Park.
Means with 1 in the backfield, 2 to the right side. Handoff. No, in fact, he'll keep it himself, but it tricks no one. It fools no one as Clear Lake snuffs it out. On the tackle, Niels Cosmo.
Yeah, Niles Cosmo, he came on a corner blitz that time off the left side, and I don't know if they read their play, if they knew what was coming, but he was in the backfield at the same time the quarterback got there. You see him coming off the right side, did not go for the fake. Good tackle in the backfield, wrapping up the quarterback Means. Excellent play by Cosmo.
So now it'll be 3rd and 21. So after 2 successful first downs on runs from Trey Farmer, Deer Park has gone back a little bit. Got it to the 49-yard line now at their own 42. And the pass in the backfield to Farmer. And he's able to elude a couple of defenders. But it's not going to be enough for a first down. But it does get them better field position for the punt as it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and it also puts them in a situation, if they wanted to go for it, it wouldn't be a bad situation right here. But I think they're going to play the field position game here early on in the first quarter, 7:28 to go. And they're going to try to pin Clear Lake deep back in their own territory. As we see the screen set up perfectly here.
Means just
Good
took his time.
catch. Yeah, great one-handed catch by Farmer out of the backfield.
Taking his time, but that was, like you said, even a better catch because it wasn't really put in his breadbasket.
Exactly.
So Means will punt. And this is a much better punt than his counterpart, Smith. Both are quarterbacks and both punt as it goes into the end zone for a touchback. And Clear Lake will get it on their own 20 for their second offensive possession of the ball game. Falcon band playing. Now, Ken, to be honest with you, when you think of these two schools, it's a basketball-driven school. Clear Lake with a couple of state championships. Deer Park has always been very good in basketball, but here they are playing football. And
don't short Deer Park on their state championships now.
No, that was back
Even
in the 50s,
in the
right?
mid-50s, I mean, still, you know, show those guys some love.
First and 10 from the 20. In the backfield, Chapman to the right side to the 25, and he'll get significant yardage taken down by Terry McDowell.
Yeah, Chapman last season only ran the ball 4 times for 19 yards, but you're going to see a heavy dose of him here in 2013.
Oh, he's got the speed, though.
Small in stature, but very elusive.
Smith in the shotgun. They need 2 yards for the first down, right up the middle. And it looked like the turf monster got McGee, Nicholas McGee, on the run.
Yeah, the junior tailback got tripped up in the backfield. You can give that tackle to the 28-yard line.
Turf monster, as we call it.
And it's going to be third down and short.
So no gain. It'll be 3rd and 2, 28-yard line. Smith from the shotgun. Handoff. And it looks like they're going to get the first down with the run of McGee. Nothing fancy, just let your offensive line do the work and plow forward.
Yeah, both teams filling each other out right now. Clear Lake wants to run behind that big offensive line, see if they can start to wear them down, and you'll start to see the effects of that later in the ball game in the second half.
McGee again on the handoff. A couple of yards forward for the running back for Clear Lake.
And again, they're running right behind the center, Blake Blackmar, and he's an All-American. He'll be headed out to California in January as part of the All-American Bowl, and the Baylor Bear staff can't wait to get their hands on him next season.
Pass is complete. Going to the right side of Fortney, and Fortney going to be shy of a first down, a couple of yards.
Good defensive play that time by Gunnar Herrera, the corner coming up to make the play, the strong safety coming up to make that hit, keep him from making the first down.
So 3rd and 2, ball at the 39. Need to get to the 41-yard line. Pass again to the right side to Fortney. Fortney with the catch and a first down for Clear Lake. As he's taken down by Herrera.
And the Eagles just trying to get them in little bunches right now. You may see them load up and go deep at some point on this drive. But right now they want to keep the chains moving. They want to wear down this Deer defense.
A couple receivers each side for Clear Lake. Sam Smith from the shotgun. Hands it off to McDowell. McDowell up the middle. And he's able to worm his way. Beg your pardon, that's Francis.
Yeah, good job by Francis that time. He was their leading ball carrier last season, over 700 yards, averaged 6 yards a carry, had 6 touchdowns on the season in 2012.
So they get half of it there, 2nd and 5 from the 47 of Clear Lake. Again, Francis, this time nothing. In fact, that's going to be a loss as Francis's helmet comes off.
Yeah, they tried a little delayed draw that time, but it was snuffed out by Tim Espinoza, the outside linebacker.
Yeah, good job by Espinoza, the senior. That is a loss of 3, making it now 3rd down and 8 from the 44.
Francis has to check out to get his headgear replaced, and they're going to go 5 wide here on 3rd and long.
4 of them on the left side with Smith from the shotgun. 1 to the right side. Smith moving to his left. Pass off one leg. Complete. That's some arm strength right there, Ken.
Rolling to his
Davis.
left, throwing across his body, and he hits his go-to guy, Jordan Davis. And this kid is just a junior. As you check it out here, just rolling. Good protection up front. No one near him, and it's a simple pitch and catch. It's a 1st down inside the 40.
Notice both these quarterbacks on running passes are taking their time. There's the run up the middle, and this could be a game breaker into the end zone for a touchdown. Nicholas McGee. McGee from 38 yards out, and Clear Lake strikes first.
An excellent run that time by McGee. Excellent play call. And again, wearing down that Deer Park defense. It's hot and humid. We're not into September yet, so you know those guys are sucking for air already over here on the near sideline. And again, you see him right up the middle, McGee, and then he'll make a Chris Johnson-like move right there as he leaves Hunter Sink in his wake.
Extra point is blocked. And it will be 6-0 with 3:21. Lake in the first on top here on the Legacy Sports Network.
If you're looking for the best selection of crawfish on this side of Louisiana, the Louisiana Crawfish Hut is the place to go. Our seafood selection will make you go home completely satisfied with our dishes, such as our oyster louie and hut platters, not to mention desserts that will cure your sweet tooth craving. The Louisiana Crawfish Hut offers any type of atmosphere you're looking for, whether day or night, 7 days a week with the best service you will find around. Come in and watch your favorite team on any of our 16 TVs. The Louisiana Crawfish Hut is located off Highway 90 in Crosby, offering the best that Louisiana has to offer here in Texas.
Welcome you back to Apsher Stadium. 38-yard touchdown run from Nicholas McGee. Giving the Falcons a 6-0 lead. The extra point was blocked. And so now let's see Deer Park on their second time that they'll get the ball. Let's see how they do offensively. And it almost looks like it's going to be Clear Lake football, but Deer Park is on it. That can get kind of scary there. Duncan McGee is able to hold on to the football. McVeigh.
Well, that was an excellent drive by Clear Lake, 80-yard drive, capped off by that 38-yard touchdown run by Nicholas McGee. As you mentioned, the extra point was blocked, but they were able to keep that Deer Park offense off the field. So now the Deer will take over. 3:16 to go here, first period. They trail it at home, 6-0 to Clear Lake. This is a team they destroyed last season, 29-6. So you see the early improvement from 2012 to 2013 by the Eagles.
Well, they've already matched their offensive output from last year, Ken. Here's the handoff.
Oh, my goodness.
What a hit.
Wow.
And a first down run from Farmer.
Oh, man.
We got to see that one again.
Woo. Cody Langford got depleted, the safety for Clear Lake. Watch this Earl Campbell-like hit by Farmer as he just unloads on the small safety. That's unfair.
You got to bring a little bit more than that to bring me down.
That may have been a penalty in the new NFL. Running back lowering the head like that. Wow, what a hit.
1st and 10 from the 45 of Deer Park. Means from the shotgun. It's the snap, the handoff. Again to Farmer, but this time he's met with resistance. Jones saying, no, not this time.
Yeah, he had a flock of eagles right there at the line of scrimmage to meet him that time. And
a flock of Falcons? You're going to go 80s on me over here, are you, Ken? 2:25, clock moving. And a stoppage in play. I want to thank some of our sponsors here on the Legacy Sports Network, McDonald's, along with the Louisiana Crawfish Hut. New sponsors, Louisiana Crawfish Hut. Thanks for joining us on the Legacy Sports Network. Deer Park last year in the postseason with that win against the Pearland Oilers, everybody thought Tony Heath's team was gonna dominate that game, and then Deer Park winning their first playoff game.
Well, they've been perennially, a good ball club. They've had some 8-win teams, 2007, 2008. They went 10-2 in 2011. Just haven't been able to get it done in the postseason.
Pass is caught, and maybe a yard gain on Galindo on the reception.
And just a little pass out into the flat. So once again, a 3rd and long situation, and the majority, well, really all of the offense so far here in the first period for Deer Park has been Trey Farmer.
And he's been successful with the run. You keep going to that well, I would imagine. Of course, Deer Park wants to get some passing to keep the running defense, keep it honest. There's Means with the pass that's going to be incomplete on 3rd down, and so again, Deer Park will have to punt.
Yeah, just a little off target that time for Means.
Good idea, just didn't execute that pass where he can catch that ball.
Exactly, just a little low and outside, if you will. As you see Means rolling, and he'll throw across his body, and unlike his counterpart, Smith, he was off target on that rollout pass play.
So it's 4th down and punting situation as standing in the backfield waiting Chapman at his own 10. Chapman fields it at the 14-yard line. Couple of moves here and there, and he's able to wiggle his way up to the 25-yard line.
Nice return.
I like this kid.
Yeah, nice moves. Good return.
Stephon Chapman, senior. He said very limited playing time last year offensively for Clear Lake. But he's more than made up for it here in the first quarter of the first game in 2013.
Yeah, he can be a game breaker. You get him in space, he's going to be hard to catch from behind.
Smith, the handoff, and a fumble.
Uh-oh.
I beg your pardon, it was not a fumble, it was the shoe that was locked. Looked like that was a fumble. Francis on the run, but there is a flag. Holding, and it's going to bring it back to Clear Lake. Looked like a fumble from here.
It did look like a fumble from here. We're perched high up on the home side of the field, the Deer Park side. 3rd level, brand new press box, as I understand, here at the stadium. Very nice view.
Yeah, we're a little bit high up, but from here it looked like a fumble. Of course, the shoe just fell off. Clear Lake going to come back, though. They call it holding. Under a minute to play. Let's see if we can spot the holding penalty. There it is right there.
Yeah, was that 64? Looked like. And then there's the shoe.
Smith from the shotgun. Looks. Chapman with the catch in little to no yardage, maybe about a yard.
In this situation here, you just want to make sure you don't turn the football over.
Yeah, especially in this side of the field.
As we go under 30 seconds here in the first period. Good first quarter so far for the Falcons.
Up the middle. And on 3rd down now.
And that was Nick McGee again, who scored earlier on the last possession on that big touchdown run.
That'll bring us to the end of quarter number 1 from Absher Stadium. Clear Lake 6, Deer Park nothing on the Legacy Sports Network.
Time waits for no one, and those who look only to their past are rarely ready for their future. Never underestimate our ability, because after all, we are Texans.
Touchdown run from Nicholas McGee as Clear Lake up 6-0 as we begin the second quarter from Deer Park. Sam Smith looking to go deep, and it will be incomplete, almost. As Fortney almost had that ball.
Yeah, double coverage downfield. Good coverage by the Deer defense. 29 Herrera there.
Good arm strength, too, from Sam Smith.
Yeah, and Terry McDowell there as well, the junior.
So it'll be now 4th down. This will be a punting situation. Good job defensively by the Deer. Ooh. This time Smith a much better punt. It's taken at the 35 and a fair catch.
And a flag back at the 15-yard line as well. So
Hunter Sink.
Let's see what that's all about.
Do us a favor and like us on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, Legacy Sports Network, and also follow us on Twitter at Legacy Sports Net. Do us a favor and like us on Legacy Sports Network on Facebook.
And
Ken Moore says so.
You can follow me at K Moore Sports on Twitter as well. We'll keep you updated throughout the night and throughout the season.
What do you suppose Chris Massey talking with the officials here?
He's like, why is there a flag down? My kids didn't do anything wrong. We played that perfectly.
Talk about Chris Massey. Boy, he has a lot of respect from his ball players. And he came over here back in 2004 from Katy. Him and Gary Joseph were assistants under Mike Johnston, winning the state championship back in 2003. And then he got the job here at Deer Park after several coaching changes. Jerry Creel was the head coach, as an interim head coach, basically, until they found their man, and they did with Chris Massey. His 10th year here at the helm in Deer Park.
And he's done a tremendous job since he's been here.
Well, after all of that, the penalty after that went to Clear Lake. And so excellent field position for Deer Park. Their best so far of this ball game. And guess who?
Uh-oh.
It is the parting of the Maroon Sea to the 10, inside the 5. Trey Farmer.
Trey Farmer is making his own personal highlight show here tonight for the maroon and white, if you will, as he takes it down inside the 5. Good kick-out block right there. And there's just no one in the secondary He was chased down from behind, finally inside the 10-yard line there to make the tackle. Cosmo, but it's going to be 1st and goal for the Deer as they look to tie it up and possibly take the lead.
Opportunity knocking here for Deer Park. Connor Means gets the snap, the handoff, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Sammy Linton. Linton, 3 yards out, or about 4 yards out, I beg your pardon. So under a rather less than a minute gone by here in quarter number 2, Deer Park has tied the score, and they can take the lead on the extra point.
Great block right there, number 65. That's Blaine Metlin, the senior, the offensive guard, pulling on that play, kicking out the defensive tackle. That opens up the running lane for the tailback to take it in for 6.
Needler is good. Deer Park, a 1-point lead. 11:09 in the second quarter. It's 7-6 Deer.
Won't you be good to yourself? And don't you feel like coming home? It'll be like coming home.
Some rooms feel like a fishbowl. But in our roomy suites, you can spread out and live a little. With breakfast, dinner, and drinks included, you'll feel right at home.
Sammy Linton with the touchdown run, but really to make that touchdown possible was the run by Trey Farmer right before, getting him in great scoring position, and Deer Park with a 7-6 lead.
Uh-oh, there's a problem.
And Deer Park. Well, we said it before. We said at the very, very beginning of this broadcast, special teams. And that could be, even though it's very early, a big game changer.
Oh, that's a huge momentum shift. You just give up a touchdown. Your defense is on the field. They're on the sideline resting, trying to figure out what went wrong on the last play. Now they have to come right back on the field, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Deer Park go right up top to try a quick strike to get another quick 6.
McGee just could not get his hands on that ball, and as a result, it was Gregory Vincent with the fumble recovery right there. And so the Deer will start at Clear Lake's 20-yard line. Up the middle by Farmer, and he gets nothing on the play as there's a host of defenders there for Clear Lake, headed by Wisniewski.
Yeah, gang tackle there at the 20 is they were keying on Farmer that time. The big tailback. Been running over defenders one-on-one. You're going to have to bring about 5 or 6 guys to the party to slow him down tonight.
Like I said, in the box score, it's going to have Linton with the touchdown run, but it was Farmer getting him at the 4-yard line, Clear Lake's 4-yard line with the run before. Means is out, and it's going to be a new quarterback in there, but pass to the tight end is caught. As Dove with the reception, and on the pass was Cameron Thompson.
Yeah, a little reverse, little waggle play that time. As they fake the run to the left, quarterback waggles back to the right. Excellent defensive play in the secondary by Andre Gaskin to bring down the big tight end one-on-one. Excellent play by the small cornerback.
Thompson taking the snaps right now. He is a sophomore. So Connor Means, he's on the sideline. Doesn't look like any type of injury. Maybe just taking a break here. And Thompson at the controls for the Deer with a pass. Almost. But is incomplete, intended for Colton Allen.
Yeah, Thompson just led his receiver a little too much on that play. Nearly led him right into the safety. If the safety's not going for the interception, he could have lit him up, but good job that time not to hit the receiver and pick up a penalty by Cosmo.
And it might have been a case where Allen is looking out of the corner of his eye and seeing that defender kind of slow down and not just going full force. They're going to try a field goal here.
Yeah, 35-yard attempt.
Needler. Looks like it's good, and it is. Deer Park tacks on 3, adds their lead. They lead by 4, 10-6. 9:39 in the second quarter.
This is not my home. There, I said it.
McDonald's Dollar Menu just keeps getting better. Introducing the all-new mouth-watering grilled onion cheddar burger, topped with melty white cheddar and caramelized onions. Plus all your tasty favorites for just $1 each. Every day, as always, there's a lot to love for a little on McDonald's Dollar Menu.
Falcons and the Deer from Absher here in Deer Park, Texas on the Legacy Sports Network. Gerald Sanchez along with Ken Moore. Thanks for joining us. 2013 football is underway.
Man, it's been a long summer, long hot summer. It's still hot, but at least we have some football.
Let's see if this is going to be better fortune for the Clear Lake Falcons, and it looked like it might be. Needler, if it wasn't for Needler, that would have been a pick, or that would have been a 6 for Colin Jones.
Well, look, Colin Jones, look, my man, that was a great return. You burst through the seams, but you cannot let the kicker tackle you one-on-one. Great return here. Good blocking up front. He hits the seam hard, but you're one-on-one with the kicker. Give me a juke move. Come on now. Can't let the kicker bring you down like that one-on-one. Sorry, my man. He's going to get killed in the film room on Monday, I'm telling you.
Somewhere Al Del Greco has got a big smile on his face.
And Billy White Shoes Johnson does not.
Trying to make up for it right there is Jones, and he's taken down. Beg your pardon, that was Francis. Francis on the run.
Francis a little shaken up on the play as he hobbles to the sideline.
And Francis saying, now this is how you juke, right?
Yeah.
Keep those legs moving. Something that Jones did not. Second down at 6 from the 49 of Deer Park. Smith.
Plenty of time.
Wide open at the 40, 35, 30, out of bounds. That's reception by Trip Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold getting into the action. And he was wide open, a blown coverage in the secondary that time by Deer Park. See if we can pick up what happened here. Plenty of time, all the time in the world. And he just sneaks out of the backfield, and he's wide open. Took a big hit on the sideline, but he held on for the first down.
Up the middle.
There goes that man again.
Inside the 15.
Nicholas McGee right up the gut. He's going to pick up a quick 15 yards. And you see Clear Lake going to the no-huddle, hurry-up offense now.
They're moving the chains. Up the middle. And they're making this look too easy.
Well, you know what? Is that a touch? Oh, no. Did he fumble?
No, they said he was down on the ground.
Down inside the 1. Wow. But we talked about that offensive line of Clear Lake. 4 returning starters led by Blackmar, 72. Yeah, that big guy right there in the middle. See that big 7, that big 2 right there? Yeah, if you run behind that guy, you're going to have some success.
That's some
and
beef.
That's why you see these big, gigantic holes for these tailbacks to run through.
McGee almost a touchdown. It's going to be in between the goal line and the 1-yard line. It is that close. Into the end zone, and it is a touchdown for Clear Lake. Pilot.
Jordan Pilot, the senior tailback, getting some love here early on in 2013 as he takes it into the end zone for 6.
Look at Pilot going back to the sidelines as we get the replay here.
Yeah. See that big hole right there?
Let's see. That was number 7-2 right there.
7-2. Yeah. Baylor Bear fans, pause up.
So this is going to be an extra point. And now they got the last one blocked.
Did he hook it?
Special teams.
He hooked it.
Giving Clear Lake some fits. It could be a 14-10 Clear Lake lead, but instead it is 12-10. And even though this is only in the first half and very early, 3 mistakes now by the special teams. A fumble and a bad punt. If you're going to go back with 4, that punt didn't cost them. And then the 2 missed extra points.
Yeah, so that's, you look at, that's at least five points that they've given up because the fumble turned into a field goal for Clear Lake, and then the 2 PATs, that one was blocked and one was hooked to the left on that last touchdown. So you give away 5 points, you only have a 12-10 lead. So that we'll see how pivotal that is come the second half.
Yeah, just remember that. It's like missed free throws in basketball. It always seems to come back and haunt you.
Always seems to come back and haunt you.
Just
absolutely.
ask the Spurs.
Oh, wow. You want to bring the San Antonio fans into that?
Game 6. 8-11 here in quarter number 2. We need to just skip over that, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Doesn't bother me any. But
Clear
some
Lake
folks out there
will kick it off. It was Weed, their kicker. (12-10) the score, and there's Weed. Nice kickoff. Driving Allen back into the end zone, but he comes back out at the 25-30. Look out, Allen. And he's taken down by the kicker, Jason Weed. No charge for the stereo.
Oh, man.
So both special teams kickers, so that the kickers are making the play.
Save touchdowns.
They did. Colton Allen running it out of the end zone.
Well,
good run. Now he tries the move.
He did. That's just an excellent play.
That was.
I mean, that kicker looks like a linebacker. I mean,
well, most
he's an
kickers
athlete.
don't wear number 40.
Right. I mean, he plays somewhere on this team,
Means is back in as the quarterback for Deer Park.
That's Espinoza, the outside linebacker who doubles as the kicker. That's why he was able to make that tackle. No. I'm sorry, Jason Weed. It's week 0 for us, too, up here in the booth. Got these rosters, papers all over the place.
Number 40 is for Deer Park, is Espinosa.
Yes.
Lake up by 2, and a brilliant play by their kicker, Jason Weed, to stop Colton Allen from going into the end zone on a kickoff return. A 2nd down and 10 from Deer Park's 41-yard line. Play action fake means with the pass, incomplete. And he was looking for Mr. Speedster right there, Colton Allen, but his good coverage in the secondary by Clear Lake.
Yeah, excellent coverage all the way around. He really wanted to go deep downfield as he was looking for his wide out, number 18, Chris Story, but he was covered, so he went to his underneath receiver, and he was covered as well. Excellent defensive play. Colin Jones breaking up the pass play.
So it's 3rd and 10. Shotgun for Means. Pass over the left side. Allen incomplete. That hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, I think he was trying to find that first down marker, see where he had to get to. Did not secure the football. So it's going to be a punting situation once again for Deer Park. But a pretty well-played ball game so far for opening night. We've seen a couple of mistakes on the special teams.
And also a theme with both these offensive linemen. Their quarterbacks have had all kinds of time.
Exactly. No pressure on the quarterbacks, very little.
Smith and Means. Speaking of Means, he gets into one here on the punt, and that will take a roll to the 15-yard line.
Nearly touched the Falcon defender. Luckily, he got out of the way. 7:02 to go here, first half. Clear Lake on top, 12-10. New and improved Falcon team from 2012. They went 3-7. A winless bunch in 2011, but now in the third year under Coach Smith, this looks so far like a team to be reckoned with.
If you want to go back even further than that, Ken, back in 2004, they shocked the world, beating Katy, getting to the state semifinals. That game was at Rice Stadium and a double overtime win. And at that time, they had the coach, one of the assistants under Johnson was Chris Massey. Now the head coach for Deer Park.
Good outside run that time by McGee. As he picks up 5, it'll be second and 6, if you will.
The 19, Smith with the pass. It is incomplete. Right idea, but Sean Fortney just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, Fortney was bracing for a big hit coming up out of the secondary. Got dislodged of the football by the safety. Good hit that time by Gunnar Herrera, who's been all over the field here so far in the first half. Herrera, he's had an excellent first half defensively for the Deer. Now you see Clear Lake start to slow down their offensive rhythm right now here on third down and long.
Movement on the line, and it'll bring flags flying everywhere.
And this might be against the big nose guard for Deer Park, Tristan Guerrera.
Movement clearly. And it's going to be called offsides against Deer Park. And so who did you think that you saw that moved a little bit early?
Yeah, I think it was the nose guard, Guerra. Or actually his backup, Gregory Vincent, the sophomore, jumped early.
From 3rd and 6, it now is 3rd and 1. And Clear Lake gets the first down. They benefited from the penalty.
Excellent run that time again. Nicholas McGee nearly tackled in the backfield, but able to step out of the tackle, pick up 4 yards on a first down.
First and 10, 29-yard line. With the run, a couple of yards. Jordan Pilot, who scored the touchdown for Clear Lake on the run. Second and 8. The game has settled down now. 5:51 to play. Pass is caught in the backfield. Athletic move to the 40-yard line. Davis. I figured we'd call Davis's name a little bit more. But
I want to say that's his 3rd reception here.
But he's been very beneficial whenever he has touched the ball. Here's a first down.
Yeah, a little bubble screen inside. And he comes back in, makes the play.
He just looks like an athlete, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Pilot on the run, and he gets nothing.
And he's a verbal commit to Texas A&M, and he's just a junior, 6'4", 245. So he has a couple of more years. The Aggies just hope he doesn't change his mind. He initially committed to Florida State.
Kevin Sumlin has done a great job of recruiting since taking over at A&M. Second down and 10. Smith, all kinds of time. This is caught. It'll be a first down at the 20.
He's gone.
And this is going to go down the right side, and it's going to be a touchdown for McGee.
His second big touchdown of the night. The first one on a run. This one on a 60-yard catch and run. And he was wide open.
Very, very simple.
Yeah, just floats out again. Deer Park not covering the guy out of the backfield. That's the second time we've seen that this evening. Another blown coverage, and McGee just outruns his counterparts to the end zone. And Looks like we have an official discussion back around the 25-yard line.
You know, Ken, he almost didn't catch that ball. He kind of juggled it around, but he had all types of time.
Personal foul against Clear Lake, so this may be coming back.
Wow. I didn't see the flag fly anywhere, did you?
No, I saw the officials huddling. I did not see a flag, so I thought it may have been post after the touchdown, maybe some extracurricular activity, but apparently it happened during the run. And they're going to mark it off from the 26-yard line, so that's going to wipe out a 60-yard touchdown. Let's see if we can pick it up. Again, no one covering McGee out of the backfield. I mean, shoot, I could have ran that in. And can't really pick up anything here on the replay.
I'm going to say it's still second down.
Yeah, he corrected himself. It will be first down.
Oh, first down, okay.
Yeah. So they're going to mark it at the 42, and that's a huge penalty.
Perhaps it could have been on Fortney on the block, the receiver down the field.
I don't think so, because that looked clean. I think it had something to do back in the middle of the field, because they marked it off from the 26. His block was down inside the 20, so.
And it is Pilot who will get big yardage on first down.
You know, and it really doesn't matter who they put in the backfield right now.
Yeah,
because they're just running between the one hole or the two hole. I mean, they're just running right between the A gap.
That is some beef up the middle. And Deer Park has had no answer.
You know, you look at last season, Deer Park held this team to 131 yards of total offense in that ball game.
Fortney with the reception. First down, Clear Lake.
Cornerback nearly jumped that route on the far sideline for Deer Park. Terry McDowell, a split second earlier, and he picks that off, and he's hit it the other way for 6.
First and 10, 31-yard line of Deer Park. Clear Lake moving the chains yet once again with Smith. Passing it left side. Davis.
There's the athleticism we've been looking for as he goes up high and comes down with it at the 2-yard line. Jordan Davis. I mean, this is a kid in about 5 years you may see playing on Sundays.
Wow.
I mean, look at that grab.
He just looks like he's got that body. And the more he matures.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a fade pattern to him in the corner of the end zone.
Just walk it right up the middle. Like you said, they're going either on the 1 or 2 hole, and that's a touchdown for McGee.
Third one tonight, second one tonight. Yeah, the other one was just wiped out. So, you know, he'll trade in a 60-yard pass reception for a 2-yard touchdown run. Nevertheless, 6 more points on the board for Clear Lake.
So Jason Weed is going to try to connect on an extra point. So far tonight, he's 0 of 2. Snap. This one looks good. And it is. They hit one. It's 19-10, Clear Lake.
Again, you look at that inside run. Good block that time. That was 58 leading the charge that time for Clear Lake. Alex Snow, the junior.
We're looking at it out of 24-5A. We saw Clear Falls last night in their infancy of a program. They've only had one varsity season, and they lost last night to a Terry Ranger ball club who had to make a comeback in that fourth quarter. That was over at District Stadium. But you got Springs, Clear Springs, and then Clear Creek is going to be a pretty good ball club this year out of 24-5A. Brazoswood. You know, they usually have a really good program over there.
Yeah, a lot of tough competition down in 24-5A for Clear Lake to kind of battle upwards and try to get through.
I saw in a couple of publications they have Clear Lake coming in at the number 4 spot out of 24-5A to make the playoffs. And right now they're a little shaky start and some mistakes on the special teams, but overall they've got to be pleased. Sam Smith and his group have got to be pleased with what they have seen so far in the first part of their opening game.
They played very, very well. Very, very well in this opener.
And really, they've kept it very simple, Ken. As this one will go to the back of the end zone for a touchdown back. They've made it very simple. They've just gone straight up the middle and let the big boys do their thing.
Well, they play to their strengths, and that's what you want to do as a football club. Your strength is your offensive line. You can dominate up front, so you let your tailbacks go to work. And we've seen them do it by committee with Jordan Pollard, with Nicholas McGee taking turns, hitting inside there. And then, of course, they go up top to the big guy, Jordan Davis, to set him up for another touchdown.
First down and 10 for Deer Park. Connor Means. And it is a handoff going up the middle to their big man, Farmer. And Farmer is going to move the chains unless this is coming back. There is a flag down. It could be holding, but let's see.
And on the other side, as you mentioned, Farmer's been a bell cow for the Deer as well.
And, but Farmer has pretty much been it for Deer Park, while you've got guys like Davis, McGee, Francis, even Pilot to a smaller extent. It's getting some runs close to the end zone. What do you see there?
It looks could be a hole right here on 11.
Bring it back. So it'll be first down and 11, I believe. A 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, so it must have happened around the line of scrimmage, as this is brought back from a 1-yard loss. First and 11, 3:49 second quarter. Clear Lake, they're up by 9, as you can see the score. Farmer up the middle, and he's got a first down. A lot of just up the middle, Ken.
I mean, both of these teams are strong in the interior, but again, another flag on the field.
I think that was an accidental flag.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of slipped
That
out.
was a practice flag. Getting ready for halftime. Flag girls.
Yeah, no flag. They even thought it was a flag, but no flag. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Means.
Oh, shooting the gap.
No one was fooled on that one. Especially, it was Nathan Fox. You gotta like that. Quick speed. Fox knew it was coming, and no chance for Linton.
Yeah, he read the snap count that time. Quarterback has to change up your cadence every so often, and that time Fox timed it perfectly, shot the gap in the backfield, drops the tailback for a loss.
Receiver to the left side, Barry Hill. To the right side is Allen. Two in the backfield along with Means for Deer Park. And it is going to be overshot. It was intended for Barry Hill, who was lined up on the right side initially.
And Means got clobbered. He took a shot in the backfield from David Lott, the senior linebacker, came through, and he gave him a big hit in the backfield. As you'll see him coming from the left side, bam, right in the back.
Ken, that's the first time tonight on either side that we have seen either quarterback hurried. And really, if you think about it, Means had plenty of time right there.
Yeah, he just held the football a little too long. He was waiting for the receiver to get into his break.
And Barry Hill
never pass off, but it sailed high as he tried to avoid the hit. He felt it coming.
Barry Hill went to his spot. It was just overthrown by Means, like you said.
Exactly.
Brings up 3rd and 16. Play action fake. Means looking. And it will be caught, but it'll be shy of a first down, about 3 yards. Completion to Chris Story, Jr., 175-pound junior.
Yeah, good route, good throw, excellent throw by Means that time, right on the money into a tight window. But it's going to be a couple of yards short. So now it's going to be decision time for the Deer Park coaching staff. 2:06 to go here first half. They trail by 9 points. I don't know if you want to give Clear Lake really good field position at this point. They may let the play clock run down. They will to 1 second, and then they'll call timeout and think about it over here on the near sideline.
Well, you got 1:50 left. Then so you're thinking you get a first down, you keep the ball for the rest of the half. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but if you go for it here and you don't make it, you give Clear Lake a short field in the way they've been moving the football, all of a sudden you're down by 16 points going into halftime. That would be a big momentum shift and a big downer, I believe, for Deer Park. I would go ahead and play it safe and go ahead and punt it away.
Or you could just give it to Trey Farmer, play it safe, run up the middle.
Yeah.
But Clear Lake might be expecting that, loading some up on the box there in the middle.
Yeah, well, they're going to come out with the punt unit, but we'll see what happens. Of course, Connor means the quarterback is the punter, so you have to keep your base defense in.
And so they will punt it. Chapman is going to watch this one bounce to the 18-yard line.
I think that's the right decision. You want, if Clear Lake does score, you want to make them go the length of the field. So now they have to travel 82 yards to get to the end zone.
So if you're Clear Lake offensively, what's the game plan here?
Well, you've been moving the football effectively. You moved it real well a couple of series ago when you went to a high-tempo, fast-paced offense, so I would expect them to come out in their 2-minute drill with 1:40 to go. They have all 3 timeouts remaining, so they can run the football or throw it here.
Smith. And at the 25-yard line on the run for the Falcons. McGee.
And now you see those inside linebackers of Deer Park sneaking up into the holes. Matt Cardenas snuck up that time, made the tailback change his path.
Gunnar Herrera again on the tackle for Deer Park. This is going to be close to a first down. Very, very close.
George Gonzalez with the hit that time. And again, these linebackers sneaking up into the gaps. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to go to Jordan Davis.
Split backfield with Smith out of the shotgun. And this will be a first down for Clear Lake. Very easy. Stops the clock with 48 seconds left.
Now that gives them some operating room. They're outside the 30-yard line.
McGee with the first down run.
You got Davis down here on the near sideline, one-on-one coverage. You have to try to take advantage of that.
Ken, I think they heard you. Davis, and it'll be incomplete.
Ball just a little bit short. You have to go at that. Well, I mean that's easy.
And for the first time, we've seen Deer Park really put some pressure on Sam Smith.
And that forced a short throw that time as well.
Because if he gets it even close to Davis, I think Davis has got it, and maybe he's off to the races. Oh, yeah, we see right there.
Oh, yeah. He's ducking.
Espinoza was right there in his kitchen, and Davis is unable to get it.
Now you got a safety over here on this side.
Very nice fake, and it's a first down run up the middle for Nicholas McGee.
That's a great play call that time because Deer Park adjusted to them going to Davis on the previous play. They had double coverage this time on the near sideline, dropped back into a zone, so that time you run the draw, you pick up 14 yards and a first down, but you have to hurry.
Smith is dropped for a loss. And a little bit of extracurricular love taps. Reese Raley, and there's the flag, and I think someone's going to be caught.
Tim Espinoza came on a delayed blitz, and they caught Clear Lake by surprise. He was able to get to the quarterback. But as you say, after the play, there may be a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct against Deer Park. And if it is, it's going to be a huge penalty with 16 seconds to go.
And Ken, they will move the football unsportsmanlike, like you said, against Deer Park. 15-yard penalty. That's got to hurt, and it puts them in the Deer territory of the field. Let's see if we can see the play right afterwards.
Espinoza come in untouched. And then he also got some help from big number 94 there as well, Reese Rayleigh. And after the play, Rayleigh just pushes the quarterback back down.
I think that was a bit of frustration.
I mean, it's frustration, but you're not going to get away with that. I mean, come on.
Cooler heads need to prevail.
Yeah, I understand. Well, it's hot out here. There are no cool heads down on the field, Gerald. Yeah, they're all heated right now, especially on the Deer Park side, because they're trailing at home. The crowd is quiet. The band is quiet. They're playing soft music right now. It's almost like a jazz concert.
Spandau Ballet.
But they'll get it cranked up here in a moment. Clear Lake uses one of their 3 timeouts, so they have 2 remaining, 16 seconds. So at most, you have 3 plays at your disposal. So you have to try to go downfield. I don't know if you can risk another running play, but the receiver out of the backfield has been wide open. If those linebackers blitz, you look for one of these tailbacks sneaking out of the backfield for another big play.
1-9 might have his number called here next couple of snaps. Let's see. Smith goes into the air.
Triple coverage does not matter. Flag down in the end zone. If it stands, it's a 46-yard touchdown. Gerald, my man, you're right on the money. I mean, look, this kid is special. 6'4". He's bigger than anyone in the secondary for Deer Park. But let's check the penalty. Wow. And a heck of a throw that time as well.
And Smith with all kinds of time. Look at this. I mean, he just had all types of time. And, of course, that was a great catch by Davis. Jordan Davis.
Yeah, Herrera just mistimed his jump. He was there to deflect the pass.
What a difference a year makes.
Wow. Yeah, 25-10.
Last year it was 29-6 Deer Park.
We talked about it in the open. I mean, this is a Clear Lake team that they've taken their lickings over the past 2 football seasons. A combined 3-17 over the past 2 years, but those seniors who have been taking those whippings the last 2 seasons, they're coming out with a vengeance here in 2013.
Now Jason Weed's going to come on to try the extra point, and Sean Fortney. I guess excessive celebration in the end zone on Jordan Davis. Unsportsmanlike penalty on 19. It was Jordan Davis. He didn't try to put an autograph on the football in the end zone, did he? Or try to do a phone call?
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything either.
Context, but I think the officials are trying to
really clean up the game.
Maintain control of the game.
Right.
They don't want to get it out of hand.
Well, because there was already some fireworks up earlier on a love tap by Reese Rayleigh of Deer Park.
Right.
Of the quarterback, Sam Smith.
Exactly. So now special teams unit that has struggled is going to have to try an extra point from 35 yards out.
Well, Jason Weed, a 35-yard extra point. And this one
just a bit outside.
Yeah. No good on the extra point. 3 extra points missed. But at this rate, if Clear Lake continues to put the points on the board, it's not going to matter. Davis again with a 46-yard reception from quarterback Sam Smith. And the Falcons up by 15, 25-10. 8 seconds left at halftime. And again, so much time for...
I mean, that's a practice drill. I mean, he just drops back. There's no... I mean, he could make a cup of coffee, call his girlfriend, get his homework done, and then throw the football. Or he spiked the football. I guess that's what they call it. You can't spike the football in high school.
You can't?
No, you can't. No.
Wow. Well.
No spiking. You can drop it, but you cannot spike it. And that'll cost them 15. So for Deer Park, I expect a squib kick upcoming here from Clear Lake, maybe a little pooch kick.
Halftime adjustments. I think you know what they're going to have to be defensively for the Deer.
Well, they got problems up front, and they have problems on the outside containing Jordan Davis. So, it's almost pick your poison right now.
There's going to be a lot of film to be seen from the Deer Park coaching staff tomorrow morning. And some areas that they can improve. And Clear Lake has just really dominated.
Yeah, and really on the Deer Park side, I mean, they've really been one-dimensional so far. They haven't been able to get the passing game going. Trey Farmer has been tremendous in and of himself, but it's going to take more than one man to defeat a complete football team like we're seeing here tonight from the Falcons.
You got to keep the defense honest.
Absolutely.
So you got to be able to complete in the air if you're going to continue to go to your big horse, Trey Farmer.
And you see the difference in both ball clubs so far, at least in the first half. Now, of course, we still have 24 minutes and 8 seconds to go. So let's not stick a fork in the Deer just yet.
Oh, no. That's what Chris Massey, very good at in-game adjustments, and I'm sure we'll see some at halftime as Farmer goes up the middle, and that will do it for the first half. All Clear Lake. The first 24 minutes from Absher Stadium in Deer Park, 25-10, Falcons over the Deer on the Legacy Sports Network.
With our Name Your Price tool, people pick a price and we help them find a policy that works for them. Also, we've been working on something very special. One day, the world, no, the universe, will have the pricing power they deserve. We'll work on it. Watch Unseen Footage.
Introducing the 2013-2014 award-winning Fabulous Falcons players. The players are under the direction of Jana Jerns and Assistant Director Deanne Porter. The officers from left to right are Junior Lieutenant Peyton Capel, Junior Lieutenant Hannah Akins, Junior Lieutenant Natalie Matthews, Captain Madison Kaczynski, First Senior Lieutenant Kate Martinez, Junior Lieutenant Mari Archambault. The new girl of the week is Jamie Dizon. The dancer of the week is Abby Abraham. The spirit girl of the week is Hannah Kramer. Tonight, the Flares will be performing a hoop routine to feel this moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now entering the field for your halftime entertainment. The award-winning Deer Park High School, Deer Escort. The 2013-2014 dance officers are Lieutenant Peyton Hornegay, Lieutenant Emily Nassau, First Lieutenant Erica Thigpen, Co-Captain Allison Stenberg, Co-Captain Ashley Whiteman, Major Reagan Davis, and Colonel Madeline Bernard. Congratulations to the 2013 Racing Kick Court Duchesses, Stephanie Cuellar and Lana Scott, Princess Megan Pham, and Queen Sarah Demetrio. The Spirit Girl of the Week was Kylie Hornegay, and the Deer Escort of the Week was Madison Davis. The Deer Escort social officers are Secretary Michelle Bettinger, Historian Megan Gordon, Chaplain Lana Scott, Co-Vice President Haley Johnson, Co-Vice President Madison Davis, and President Sarah Mosqueda. The Deer Escorts are ready to kick off football season with their performance to The Horse. Deer Escorts are under the direction of Sarah Hance, Laurie Warren, and Sonia Shaw. We would like to thank our halftime sponsor, Alter Market, the leading home furnishing and decorating boutique located at the corner of Sarah and San Augustine. Opening September 9th. Please join them in celebrating their grand opening September 20th and 29th. Now presenting the 2013 Deer Park High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Marla Lamb, Jay Clark, and Laura Patino. Band awards for this week are Director's Award, Field Setup Crew. Section of the week, Battery Percussion. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the Deer Park Band performs music entitled Mirrors from their 2013 show, Kaleidoscope. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 Deer Park High School Marching Band and Deer Escorts. The band is under the direction of Gary Heber, Gene Coupion, and Paul Parkin, assisted by color guard instructor Randy Ball, percussion instructor Joe B. and Tom McGuire. Junior high directors are Cindy Heber, Jeff Murphy, Dan Pendergrass, David Dobson, Jordan Goldman, and Trillian Petrie. Executive Director of Fine Arts is Barry Talley. High school principals are Dr. Rhonda Cooper, Ernie Salazar, and Clyde Sparky. Superintendent of Schools is Dr. Arnold Hannon.
we do want to encourage you to buy one of the special programs available each game. There's only a limited number printed in each specific game. There are 3 left for tonight. You can find those down in the concessions area. Red color program. Supplied by the football program. Also want to encourage you to save time and buy your tickets online. Purchase tickets in advance. Go to Deer Park ISD website, www.dpisd.org. You can get those tickets online. You have to have a wait at the gate. Office will be closed on Monday, but you can start the next week's tickets on Tuesday. Save time, buy online.
Welcome back. Third quarter, Gerald Sanchez along with Ken Moore from Absher Stadium, and it's been all Clear Lake in the first half, leading 25-10. To kick it off here in the third quarter with Jason Weed. Dominating really for Clear Lake, both in the air and on the ground. Very similar numbers for the team stats for Clear Lake, in which we'll get into here in just a moment. There's a kickoff. Deer Park's going to want to come out pretty strong here in this third quarter. Run out by Linton.
Whoa.
And he gets to the 10-yard line.
That's not exactly the way they want to start the second half. As we go over some of the first half statistics First downs, 16 for the Falcons, only 6 for Deer Park. The big disparity is in the passing yardage. Up top, Clear Lake 155, Deer Park only 31. You look at the balanced attack for Clear Lake, 148 on the ground, 303 total yards. They only had 131 for the entire game in 2012 against this Deer defense. So Clear Lake clearly dominating the first half on the ground and on the.
And Ken, you look at the time of possession, really, it's kind of even. As Deer Park, as Connor Means, a quarterback with the run.
Yeah, we didn't have it on the screen, but the time of possession in the first half, Clear Lake, 12 minutes, 52 seconds. Deer Park, 11 minutes. Not a big disparity there. The reason why Deer Park was able to control the ground was because of their running game. They had 114 yards on the ground, mostly with Trey Farmer, but they didn't have any balance, as we saw with Clear Lake.
Funny on the time of possession, just barely over 2 minutes, but yet 17 more plays run by Clear Lake over Deer Park. Farmer, speaking of, with the run, and every time he's had the ball, or just about every time he's had the ball, big yardage has come as he runs for a first down near midfield.
Well, the thing about Deer Park, they haven't been able to sustain their drives. They've been able to pick up 1 or 2 first downs, as you see here. Great kick-out blocks. He has a huge hole up the middle. Good cutback ability by the big fella, and he's just a load to bring down in the secondary, as you see him just running through tacklers from the Falcons. But Deer Park has not been able to sustain their drives, as Clear Lake has been able to go on 80-yard drives and convert into points.
From the 47-yard line, Means, play action, and it's incomplete. Well, that's what you said about sustaining. And Deer Park's going to want to continue to move the chains, and ideally they would like to get some type of score for anything else. I mean, they're only down by a couple of scores, but for anything else, for their own self-confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. You see here, Means with all sorts of time. That's just a bad read and a bad throw. He's throwing into double coverage. He had all the time in the world. He could have looked off that receiver, come back to the other side. You expect that from a senior quarterback.
Allen, receiver lined up on the left side. Means with the keeper himself.
Oh, my goodness.
He took a hit.
Helmet came flying off. And I think the defender got the worst part of that one.
Gaskin with the hit.
And Gaskin shaking up on the play. Wow, as we watch here the replay. Oh, my goodness. Now that's a helmet-to-helmet hit, and that's what you do not want to see.
Gaskin walks off under his own power as he was on the ground for a good 30 seconds or so, and the helmet flying off of Connor Means. Connor just hopped right back up, said, let's play.
Yep.
He's always been a tough kid.
And last year on the ground, he rushed for over 480 yards, averaged nearly 6 yards a carry, had 7 touchdowns on the ground. So Connor Means, he doesn't mind getting his jersey dirty running the football.
It's 3rd down and 3. They want to move the chains.
Comes the blitz.
And it's caught. That time, instead of Means, it was Thompson that took the snap and was able to get the pass off to Berryhill. See Thompson, number 17, is caught and good enough for a first down.
Cameron Thompson, the sophomore, getting a little action as Means collecting his thoughts on the sideline after that big hit. They just want to make sure he's okay.
With Chris Massey.
Here comes that man.
Farmer with the whole Clear Lake defenders on him, and he gets nothing on the play.
That's the only way they've been able to bring him down. Those safeties attacking, coming down hard to meet him at the line of scrimmage to help out the front 7.
Now that time he did not break for big yardage. Now Thompson will come out and Means comes back in.
And again, they just wanted to make sure he's okay. Of course, this is the first game of the year. You want to get your backup quarterback a little action. He came in, completed a pass, kept the drive alive. Now it's going to be up to Connor Means to try to convert it into points.
From the shotgun, the play action. Means had time, and now he's scrambling. And he'll run it himself. Well, he was able to get some positive yardage out of that as Mandini with the takedown for Clear Lake.
And you see the blitz up the middle. They pick it up. They chop down the inside linebacker. Then here comes the outside linebacker who whiffs. So now Connor Means has some opportunity to use his legs. He'll pick up about 6 yards. It'll be third down. We'll call it a long 4 from the 33-yard line. And Deer Park probably in 2-down territory if they do not pick up the first down here on third down.
Farmer, first down, Deer Park. He's been able to answer the call for Deer Park when they've needed him. Can you imagine if they didn't have Farmer? It'd be a different story here. He has kept it somewhat within shouting distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Alex Rivas with the tackle to save even more yardage for Farmer. But that's what you want. If you can get into second and short, third and short, then you can utilize the ability of your offensive line to spring Farmer for positive yardage.
First and 10, Farmer to the 20, 15, 10, inside the 10 as he's taken down by Jones.
And he got a big-time block by Blaine Medlin. The pulling guard on that play sprung Farmer as he looks a little winded coming back to the huddle. But watch 65. Watch this block. Boom, right there. Allows Farmer to get through the hole, and then he just hot steps his way down inside the 10-yard line before he's finally drugged down from behind. And that was a little Earl Campbell stiff arm at the end of that play.
I'll tell you what, it takes a lot to bring down Farmer.
Wow.
They've got it first and goal from the 8-yard line. Deer Park exclusively in this beginning of this third quarter has held the ball, and Farmer to the 5-yard line, a gain of 3.
A little counter tray that time, but Farmer met at the 5-yard line. Good tackle coming up to make the hit. Niles Cosmo, who's had a good game out of the secondary so far for the Falcons here tonight.
Gain of a couple of seconds, goal at 6.
Clock continues to move. Here come the Deer after they break the huddle.
Good opening drive by Deer Park. They have to convert it into points.
Farmer inside the 5. There's a lot of pushing and shoving, Ken, after the play is dead.
Yeah, you see in the end zone, these guys, I mean, they're battling out here tonight. I mean, you know, it's opening night. These guys want to get after it. Deer Park struggled in the first half. Again, the pull-out block that time, the defensive end crashes down.
Give Clear Lake credit, though. They've been able to make that adjustment and close that hole in the middle to where he hasn't had those big, wide holes like he had the parting of the Maroon Sea in the first half. It's third and goal from the Lake 4 and movement.
Well, let's see which way this is going to go. Did 45 cross the plane? Did he get into the line of scrimmage and cause the offense to jump? That's what the officials are discussing at the 5-yard line.
Well, if it is
Daniel
against
Harvey that jumped, the junior, he tried to time the snap count.
If it is against Deer Park, that would really push their momentum back a little bit. Let's see what happens. Wow. Offsides, and Deer Park will get a fresh set. Half the distance to the goal. Well, it'll still be third down, beg your pardon.
This makes it a little bit shorter now for Trey Farmer. They're going to bring in the big boys now to try to help him out. Big 36, Galindo, the fullback, will come in.
Blocking purposes?
Absolutely. Full house backfield.
Under center is Means. The pitch to Farmer, trying to turn the corner, and he's going to be short of the goal.
And he's going to be down at the 1. That was just a good old-fashioned student body right. Old USC Trojan play. Just toss it to the tailback. Everybody goes right. Good stick right there coming up to make the tackle, number 32 for Clear Lake.
Also Cosmo.
Cody Langdon, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cosmo also getting his helmet in there because Farmer's momentum was carrying him forward.
Biggest play of the ball game right now. 4th and 1. Just inside the 1. 4th and goal.
Fans come to their feet at Apsher. Flags after the snap.
He got into the end zone. Was it a pre-snap? And then here comes some extra curricular after the play.
Means ran with the ball in the quarterback sneak.
Well, this will take a while to sort out. So
it's 5 minutes and 3 seconds.
Looks like Clear Lake was offside on the play, clearly.
Well, those are 2 costly penalties if it is offsides against the Falcons. Mm-hmm. 2 penalties here, and they're going to give him the touchdown.
Yep.
And so a very nice drive of almost 7 minutes.
There's also an unsportsmanlike call against Clear Lake. So that's the 3rd unsportsmanlike penalty we've seen in this ball game. And both coaches, neither coach can be happy about that.
Needler will kick the extra point, and to hold will be Chris Story. And so we said from the beginning of this quarter that Deer Park, especially once they got in favorable field position, they wanted to turn it into points, and they have.
Well, one of the biggest plays of that drive was when Cameron Thompson, the sophomore quarterback, came in, and he made that rollout completion to keep the drive alive to Logan Berryhill, while Connor Means was on the bench shaking off the cobwebs from that big hit earlier in the drive.
25-17, Deer Park getting a little bit closer. 5:03 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
This will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm. Saved $760. Love this guy.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
All right, Mama, let's get going. Nap time is calling my name.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Welcome back to Apsher Stadium on the Legacy Sports Network. Gerald Sanchez with Ken Moore. Falcons leading the Deer, but the Deer opening the 3rd quarter in impressive fashion.
Yeah, that was a tremendous drive out of the gate. It's about a 90-yard drive. Took nearly 7 minutes off the clock. 1-yard touchdown quarterback sneak by Connor Means on 4th and goal. And we have a 1-possession ball game right now, 25-17.
You mentioned the Thompson rollout when he was in there for Means after Means got his helmet and his bell rung. But I think that really 2 big defensive miscues defensively on the 2 penalties for Clear Lake. Once they were trying to establish that goal line defense, and it just kept giving Deer Park new life.
Absolutely.
Needler to kick it off. taken at the 1 yard line. Now, a lot of persistence, but not much result. Colin Jones. And so now if you're Lake, you need to answer this drive because now Deer Park's got that momentum.
Yeah, you just do what you did in the first half. You run behind this big offensive line. You use Jordan Davis as your outlet on the outside. So, I mean, expect number 21 to either run off right guard or left guard on this first play.
Sam
is what
Smith
I would expect.
Taking the snaps. About a yard gain going up the middle for Nicholas McGee.
Now, Nick McGee had a huge first half, couple of touchdowns. Last year, no touchdowns. He carried the ball only 6 times for 11 yards. So McGee, the young tailback, is really having a breakout game here tonight.
Pass on the left side, Davis. Caught! Wow. He's something else. We were marveling him at halftime here in the break room and talking about what a special athlete Jordan Davis is. And just, it's got the size, he's got the hands, which you really got to like.
Yeah, huge soft hands by Davis. Just watch him go up over the receiver, kind of like a Dez Bryant, if you will, as he picks up the first down, the big play.
It was a long second quarter. I mean, the first quarter ran rather quickly, but the second quarter, with a lot of the incomplete passes, some penalties in there, sprinkled in there as well with the scores, it just seemed to really drag on. But early on here in the third, the clock has moved as Deer Park steadily drove down the field 90 yards.
Yeah, we talked in that first quarter about how smoothly both teams played, but now we're starting to see an abundance of penalties here in the second and third period.
Run play after the penalty. It was a 5-yard penalty. Brings second down.
And again, it'll be interesting to see how Deer Park elects to cover Jordan Davis. Looks like he's one-on-one once again down here on the near sideline against Scott Marshall. Or excuse me,
Hunter Sink.
Hunter Sink.
Hunter Sink is probably saying, no, don't throw it this way. Smith on the run. Trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, knocked out of bounds. On a run by Smith. It looks like in between the two quarterbacks, Smith has had more success in the air. Means has had more success on the ground.
Yeah, Means picking up some yardage here in the third period. Didn't have any success in the first half, but a couple of scrambles helped keep that initial drive alive on that touchdown drive moments ago.
Back to the original line of scrimmage at the 22-yard line. It's 3rd and 10. The pass, left side, Davis, incomplete. And he had that one too, and Sink, nothing that he did.
Did he just throw a helmet in the backfield, number 6?
Yeah, he did.
He just tossed. Oh, my goodness.
Chapman losing his cool, and this is the part, like I said, that you don't want to let the situation get out of hand.
That's cause for ejection from the ball game, and you really cannot allow that to happen.
Chapman is hot. And like I said earlier, there's been a lot of extracurricular activity, a lot of love taps, especially after the play has been whistled dead.
I mean, Clear Lake, as much as they dominated this game in the first half, you talk about the defensive penalties that they had that contributed to help keep that Deer Park drive alive on that initial drive. They had a penalty to begin this drive that set them back 5 yards. Now they're going to be looking at another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
There's 2 penalties, offsetting penalties, one against the Deer and one against Clear Lake.
All right. Well, apparently it was instigated by the Deer. And the reaction got a Clear Lake player. So,
and nonetheless, the Deer are going to get the ball back.
Yeah, and they're going to get it in great field position because of the initial unsportsmanlike on the touchdown that let them kick off from the 45-yard line, which caused Clear Lake to start their drive at their own 6-yard line.
Smith, standing at his own 7-yard line, will get it in the air.
Barely.
And that was dangerous on both sides.
It was like a screaming line drive to center field.
How did I know you're going to work in baseball in there somehow?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So Deer Park with reasonably favorable field position. 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line with 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. Clear Lake up by a score of 25-17. Clear Lake will play against Pasadena Memorial next week. And Deer Park will play here at home against the Spring Lions. That's always a fun adventure with Deer Park and Spring get together in football. Means from the shotgun. Gain of about 4 on the run by Linton.
It looks like they're going to give Farmer a little bit of a break. Give the sophomore, Sammy Linton, some work here.
Berry Hill is going to check out of the ball game for Deer Park. Into the game is Chris Story, wide receiver. 2nd down and 5, so Linton getting 5 on that run and getting into Lake territory at the 48-yard line. Receiver to the right side is Allen.
Mix up in the backfield. Connor Means has to keep it himself. He juggled it.
Very close to a first down. It might be shy, depending on where they spot the ball.
I think you may have it.
Yep, they do.
Yes, he does.
Clock stops, moves the chains.
So now, after first half dominance by Clear Lake, the tide is seeming to turn a little bit on the side of the Deer here in the second half.
Well, we talked about in the second quarter how Chris Massey very good at in-game adjustments. And it seems like right now the Deer are doing that, as that is a Connor Means run.
A little zone read that time by Connor Means as he faked it to his tailback Linton. Decided to keep it himself, turns it upfield, picks up a nice first down gain to be 2nd down and 5. And again, this is what Deer Park wants. 2nd and 5, 3rd and 3. That way they keep both of their options open to run or pass.
And keep the defense on their heels. A lot more manageable offensively.
Absolutely.
Minute 49, Means with the snap. He'll run it himself. And he's able to get the first down.
Oh, man, and he took another big shot.
Connor is a gritty young man. Yes, he's not afraid of taking the punishment, though.
I'll tell you what, Andre Gaskin, the safety, is not a big kid. But watch him come up again and lay the lumber to Connor Means. Right there. And that time he led with the shoulder, like he's taught to, not with the head.
Well, I tell you what, I'd wake up sore in the morning after that hit. But it moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the Lake 28-yard line. Minute 22, third quarter. Allen in motion. Run up the middle. Again, manageable. I mean, they just keep moving that ball up the middle. Is Linton on the run.
And some nice moves by Sonny Linton in the backfield to avoid the first tackler. And again, pick up some nice yardage on first down. It'll be 2nd down 6. We talked a lot about that offensive line of Clear Lake, but the offensive front of Deer Park here in the second half is taking control. C.J. Burke, Blaine Medlin, Ajmeed Ahmad, Aaron Guerra, Antonio Lopez. Those guys are doing a great job up front here in this third period.
Linton has got the first down.
And more.
And he continues to move his legs and drag Lake defenders. Clear Lake has had the possession, time of possession, we talked about it, has been reasonably even through the first half. It was like about a 2-minute difference in favor of Clear Lake. This time, it's been about a minute and a half.
If you're looking for the best selection. If you're looking for the best selection of crawfish on this side of Louisiana, the Louisiana Crawfish Hut is the place to go. Our seafood selection will make you go home completely satisfied with our dishes, such as our oyster louie and hut platters, not to mention desserts that will cure your sweet tooth craving. The Louisiana Crawfish Hut offers any type of atmosphere you're looking for, whether day or night, 7 days a week with the best service you will find around. Come in and watch your favorite team on any of our 16 TVs. The Louisiana Crawfish Hut is located off Highway 90 in Crosby, offering the best that Louisiana has to offer here in Texas.
Seconds remain in the third quarter. Back to the line of scrimmage, it's Deer Park. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Linton on first down, and that'll end the third quarter. Deer Park dominating of time of possession, and they were the only team to score in this third quarter, cutting the Clear Lake lead now to 25-17. Fourth quarter is coming up next on the Legacy Sports Network.
Get treated like a VIP with prompt, professional, and personalized service. Sphere Emergency Room is Katie's premier full-service freestanding ER that treats both children and adults in a state-of-the-art facility where you will often be seen in 5 minutes or less. Sphere Emergency Room, formerly Choice ER, brings decades of Texas Medical Center experience to a convenient ER right in your community at Highland Knolls and Mason Road. Sphere Emergency Room, prompt, professional, personalized.
Here we go, fourth quarter.
The band, they're playing our song.
Apsher Stadium in Deer Park, Texas. Gerald Sanchez with Ken Moore. And the Clear Lake Falcons led at halftime 25-10. It is now 25-17 over the Deer, and the Deer close to perhaps getting another touchdown, maybe even a field goal. Let's see what happens.
There's the big guy. Right up the gut.
On second and goal, yeah, he has been the guy that they have really needed when they've needed the yards.
Trey Farmer right up the middle, right behind his blocker, Galindo, leading the way, dragging tacklers down to the 3. Third down and 1. Again, we 2 down territory.
We have seen on this particular drive, though, we've seen a lot of Linton on the run. With the first time, really, we have seen Trey Farmer. He's in the backfield with Means getting the snap, getting it to Farmer, and it's going to be very close.
Well, he's got the first down for sure. Boy, it's going to be first and goal at the half-yard line. So now Deer Park just a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game up. And we talked about the mistakes that Clear Lake has made so far. Don't forget the 5 points that they gave away in the first half. 2 missed extra points, if not 3, I believe. And also a turnover on the special teams that led to a Deer Park field goal.
That's 6 points.
Yeah.
So You do the math.
So it's going to be we're going to have a timeout now on the field by Deer Park. It's going to be their first timeout taken.
I want to take this opportunity, Ken, to thank everybody. Legacy Sports Network, yet once again bringing you high school football. And, of course, our relationship with Comcast Sportsnet Houston.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And, the last time you and I worked a game was about 7 years ago up in Cy-Fair. And
yes.
you were doing the sound effects on the microphone. So.
You have a great memory, my friend. Great memory. Great memory.
Langham Creek.
All right.
And Cy Creek. So
again,
we'll be bringing you high school football all season long here on the Legacy Sports Network. Do us a huge favor. Go to our Facebook page, Legacy Sports Network, and like us. And you can also follow us on Twitter at Legacy Sports Net. And you can follow Ken Moore on Twitter as well.
At K Moore Sports. Give me a follow, please. I need followers. We'll keep you updated throughout the season on how the high school news, the comings and goings, standings, scores from around the state, recruiting news. We will keep you informed.
High school football is back in 2013. We'll have it all the way until the state championship in Dallas. Run up the middle is a touchdown. Quarterback sneak or keeper, however you want to put it. There was really no sneak because I think everybody knew that Connor Means was going up the middle with that. They did it the last time, and they were successful. Why not do it again, especially with that beef up the middle? Now, will it be the extra point or 2 points?
Definitely you go for 2 here. You're down by 2. It's the 4th period. There's no decision to be made.
The lead, if they do get the 2-point conversion for Clear Lake, as hard as they worked in the first half.
Interesting that they line up on the far hash to the left.
Means.
Got him.
And he can't pull it in. Allen.
Means just a little off target on that play. As we mentioned, pre-snap, they loaded up on the hash to the left, sent 3 receivers to the right. That gave Means the opportunity to roll out, but unfortunately he led his receiver just a little too much. Pass comes up incomplete. Clear Lake hanging by a thread to a 2-point lead.
If you're looking somewhere to do some custom embroidery, screen printing, or just find some awesome bling, then it's time to head to Trademark Images. They are located at 4126 Center Street in the heart of Deer Park and are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Trademark Images does just about everything on just about anything, from rhinestone tees to having your favorite school fan wear. Call them today at 281-930-4700 and go like them on Facebook as well. That's Trademark Images, your hometown spirit store.
Deer Park has pulled within 2 points, 25-23. Clear Lake with the lead, 4th quarter. Kickoff goes out of bounds.
That's never good. That's free field position right there.
Deer Park scoring on the drive. Yep. 2 times they have been successful in the second half on the quarterback keeper from Means from less than a yard out.
Well, believe it or not, with 10:50 to go here in the 4th quarter, this will be only the 2nd possession of the half for Clear Lake.
Clear Lake had the ball for about a minute and a half in the 3rd quarter. And the momentum clearly seems like it's on Deer Park's side.
Yeah,
Clear Lake's got to move the chains and eat up clock, and preferably, for their sake, get a score. Sam Smith.
There's McGee. Off tackle.
Well, he continues to impress.
I mean, we're seeing some great tailbacks run the football out here tonight. Trey Farmer, McGee, These guys have been tremendous, but you have to give a lot of credit to their offensive lines as well.
I'm really impressed with Jordan Davis. There's McGee again.
Oh, man.
We saw that in the first half where the turf monster ate him up at about the 18-yard line, and that happened right there.
Yeah, he tried to make a move in the secondary, and his feet were just a little bit too quick for his own good. Watch him there as he breaks through, and he just loses his footing.
Could have had a first down and said it's only a gain of 7. There's the run by Smith. And he gets a first down. That is what they were looking for. Big run, momentum shifter. Moves the sticks, gets into Deer Park territory as well. And they're going with the no huddle. So they're keeping the Deer defensively on their heels.
Yeah, they're trying to pick up the tempo once again. This is what they did in the first half when they were very successful.
McGee, he's not big, boy, but is he elusive and quick.
He's small in stature, but he's very, very strong. He keeps those legs moving. You see some substitutions coming in now for Deer Park as their defensive front is getting winded.
Smith will run it himself, and this is going to probably come back as this is holding as the marker flied from the back judge. Holding it is against Clear Lake.
They're all the way back at the 41-yard line.
That's a shame, though, because Sam Smith, he was running.
Yeah, again,
maybe because it was the hold.
Yeah, again, another breakdown in the Deer Park defense, as they did not have a spy on the quarterback. They had man-to-man coverage downfield, which means everyone in the secondary had a receiver that they were accounted for, and that left that wide-open running space for Smith to take off. Unfortunately, in the backfield, there was a holding penalty against one of his linemen. So again, another costly penalty against the Falcons.
And it was relatively a penalty-free game. Deer Park with 4 penalties in the first half, Clear Lake with 3.
Let's see if we can see up front. I think it was Big 64 that had his hands up in the face of one of the interior linemen of Deer Park. That would have been Ryan Buck.
McGee with the fumble. It'll be 3rd and long as McGee is able to come up with the ball. Randall Thomas, senior, with the takedown.
And luckily for McGee, he was able to fall on it, maintain possession. But again, you're looking at a 3rd and 16. And so now you're going to be looking for that man, Jordan Davis. He's at the top of your screen. There is a safety back deep over the top. Now they put a linebacker out, basically triple coverage on Jordan Davis up top.
Smith, pressure. Smith, knocked down. And then an unsportsmanlike penalty will be coming up. A late hit. Matthew Muha with the late hit.
Muha. We haven't talked a lot about Muha tonight.
But it was clearly.
But he's another one of those all-district players on that offensive front. He's an Oklahoma State commit. He goes 6'6", about 255 at that left tackle position. But again, as we watch it here, Smith under duress, just trying to find somewhere to go. And then you see Muha. That's just blatant. I mean, that's just
unnecessary right there.
I mean, for what? Why? You're killing your football team. You are killing your football team. And Coach Smith is not going to be happy. I can imagine there's going to be a few stairs run at the old Clear Lake Gymnasium on Monday, if not Sunday.
Tomorrow.
If not tomorrow. And they go in for treatment. Yeah, there may be a few stairs run tomorrow. These penalties
you
are
add insult to the injury because it's 4th down, then you move it back even further.
You have a 2-point lead. It's 8:27 to go in the ball game. You're going to give, in all likelihood, Deer Park pretty good field position.
Deer Park has cashed in on the 2 previous penalties that Clear Lake has made, very costly mistakes that Clear Lake has done defensively, as Deer Park has been able to score twice.
It's usually the team that's losing that tends to lose their head, but Clear Lake just falling apart here in the second half with penalties.
Zink on the reception, or actually on the fielding the punt. 8:10 left. And if you're Deer Park, you continue to do what you've been doing. Just use your size to your advantage.
Now you're in a position now where you can run Trey Farmer. You can mix in his reserve, Sammy Linton, a little bit. You've got your quarterback running the football a little bit now in Connor Means, so now the defense has to concentrate not just on Farmer, but they also have to concentrate on Means as well.
First and 10 from the 27-yard line of Deer Park. Means from the shotgun. Farmer in the backfield. Getting to the 35-yard line, just shy, 34-yard line. On the tackle is Andre Gaskin.
And Gaskin having to make too many tackles in the secondary.
You don't want to see that happen.
When your cornerbacks and safeties are making a lot of tackles, that means your front seven is not getting the job done. And one thing I wouldn't mind seeing a defensive adjustment, bring these linebackers up. Put 8 in the box. They haven't showed that they have been able to consistently throw the football. Force Connor Means to throw the football if you want to protect this lead.
Gain of 7 on the play at the 34-yard line. And to the 35, gain of 1 on the play for Farmer.
And that time you saw just that. You saw the linebackers sneaking into those gaps.
Seeing a lot of helmets coming off tonight.
And those big ones down there, you know, they get all sweaty. The helmet gets greased up with all the sweat and slobber and spit and everything, and they just start to slide off. And that was a little forearm shiver to the head right there.
Yep.
Another dirty play that doesn't get called.
Phil Howard for Clear Lake. And like I said, there's so much of that after the play is dead, after the whistle blows.
And I just don't understand why. I don't know what's causing it. I mean, maybe there's some words being said down there, but I mean, you have to play this game with discipline. Oh boy!
Oh, what a fake by Means. Connor on his feet, and he gets the first down in Clear Lake territory. And if it wasn't for Langford, he would have had a touchdown, or at least maybe to the 20-yard line.
There is yellow on the green, to borrow a phrase.
You remember that?
I remember that.
Kemper Williams.
Down in Victoria.
Uh-huh. St. Joseph, Patty Wilder Stadium.
Whenever there's a flag thrown, there is yellow on the green.
People watching this like, Victoria?
Texas, down south. Deep south. Deep south Texas.
6:26 left to play. So this will be against Deer Park. And if you're Deer Park, I mean, you're moving the ball. You don't need to be doing these silly penalties like that.
Excellent play call.
Yeah, that was just a great
look at that
fake.
Oh, man.
Could have made a sandwich back there.
Yeah, that's one of those backyard plays in the backyard that you draw up. But it will be first down, 1st and 10. 6:20 and counting in this ball game.
Play action. Means gets it off, and it's caught at the 45 and out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
And Connor Means got drilled again in the backfield. He's taking some hits, and he's not getting up. They're going to have to get the backup quarterback in there again. They're going to have to get Cameron Thompson in there.
McVie with the reception.
At least for a play.
It's good concentration, though, by Means.
Well, maybe not. Looks like he's going to shake it off and stay in the game.
He is a tough kid.
He knows this is This is game-winning time right now. Under 6 minutes to go. Your team trailing by 2 points. They want their senior quarterback in the ball game.
Thompson's time will come, but right now it is Means with 5:58 to play. Farmer turning, and he's at the 50, just about a yard shy of the first down.
And again, I'm watching Connor Means in the backfield, and I mean, he's just writhing in pain right now.
He's gutting it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Ball right square in the middle of the Deer, 50-yard line. And they need to get to the 49 of Clear Lake. And the clock is moving. But this is the manageable third down situation for Deer Park.
Yeah, pistol formation. Give it to the big fella.
Farmers in the backfield with Means. One receiver each way. Farmer, first down, 45, 40, to the right side, 20. What a move by Farmer.
A little Sam McGuffey high hurdle action there on the far sideline.
Indeed.
Oh,
wow.
Maroon and white, Cy-Fair. A few years ago.
2007.
Off tackle.
Farmer, look at this.
Kicked out block. Great block by the receiver to get him to the outside. The big lineman isn't going to catch him. Here comes the little safety, Langford. He goes low. Farmer goes high.
Not quite the YouTube sensation that Sam McGuffey was, but
not quite the verticality of Sam McGuffey.
Result in a first down for Deer Park, and they're at the Lake 14-yard line. Linton moving inside the 5, and he'll get a first down to about the 2-yard line. And Connor Means, pain or no pain, he's getting the fans into this game here at Absher.
Well, you really don't want to do that when you're calling plays, because you need the crowd to be quiet.
Well, it hasn't been Farmer, it's been Linton in this second half. For Deer Park.
Then there's been a spark off the bench. The sophomore tailback in.
Clear Lake.
But I would want Trey Farmer in right now.
Linton's got it.
Oh, he took a shot.
And he's still going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. He took a hit and he kept moving. And Deer Park has got the lead.
You know, I keep reverting back to the great plays that I've seen in the past. Earl Campbell against Jack Tatum
Miami.
At the goal line. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's football, folks. That is Friday night Texas football. Sammy Linton gives his ball club the lead. What a comeback by Deer Park.
Down 25-10 at the half. They have scored 19 unanswered points, and they're going to go for the 2 here. Means for the 2-point conversion. They get it. What a play. Reception made by McVeigh. 21 unanswered points for Deer Park. The comeback. They have taken the lead with 4:26 left to play in this ball game. As we see Means all game long, he's been able to make the big play, at least in the second half.
We welcome you to North Shore Marine. We support a large parts and accessories for Johnson, Evinrude, Yamaha, and Suzuki. And we also have parts for your boat, not only just the motor. So you can come in and get pretty much everything you need and be on your way. So you name it, we got it. We sell Sea-Arc aluminum boats, a wide variety we try to keep in stock so we can accommodate just about anybody. Well, we service Johnson, Evinrude, Yamaha, and Suzuki. We have a master technician in our staff, and he's highly accredited. Well, of course, we're a family-oriented business. We try to keep it on that level. We're concerned for the well-being of our customers. Come visit us at North Shore Marine.
Sammy Litton, some hard hits right there as he gets into the end zone and has given Deer Park a 31-25 lead. Here's the kickoff. And Clear Lake is now they've got to answer. At the 15. And Zink with the big hit on the special teams.
So now the pressure shifts for the first time tonight to the far sideline of the Falcons. And Coach Smith, he has to find a way to rejuvenate this ball club. They have plenty of time. They have 4:22. They have all of their timeouts. They trail by 6 points. They can use their running game and their passing game. They still have the big fella Jordan Davis on the far side.
Sam Smith. There's the run. What a run to the 35-40. And he's going to get a first down. This kid continues to amaze McGee, Nicholas McGee. Deer Park has taken the lead for the first time tonight since the first quarter when they led 7-6. They lead here 31-25 with 4:13 left.
And after that big run, McGee's going to check out. Pilot will check in for him. You see him breaking ankles, turning defenders around one-on-one.
Pilot has scored a couple of touchdowns. Looks like there was movement on the line. Pilot, speaking of, around the left side to the 50-yard line into Deer Park territory, out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
And you see both of these tailbacks so quick, so fast, so elusive, able to turn the corner before the defense can rally to the football. 8-yard gain on first down, second down 2, 3:59 to go in the ball game. Excellent way to begin this season, Gerald. We're going right down to the wire.
Plenty of time left for Clear Lake. To the right side, Pilot. And he stopped. By the way, beg your pardon, that was Chapman. Chapman on the right side.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Chapman since the first period.
Well, he also blew a gasket there in the third quarter with the helmet. Got into fisticuffs.
True.
And so
he loses 5.
But you know what? We haven't seen much of Clear Lake offensively in the second half. Time of possession clearly in favor of Deer Park.
Absolutely.
Smith from the shotgun. It's a snap. Pass right side. Defense for Deer Park collapsing on Trip Arnold, junior receiver for Clear Lake. He gets about a 2-yard gain on that play, so it's now 4th down. All right, Coach.
Well, I think you have to go for it just because your defense has not been able to stop Deer Park. Now the crowd is involved. This is when you want them loud.
Under 3 to play. Smith. Complete. Chapman. First down. Stops the clock, moves the chains.
Great play by Sam Smith. You saw the patience of the senior quarterback. Rolling to his left. He was looking deep for Jordan. Then he goes to his underneath receiver, Chapman. Had the necessary yardage. Great play by the quarterback, showing his patience.
We saw a lot of that in the first half. Patience. Him making the plays, picking apart the defense. Hadn't seen that so much in the second half, but we see it right there on the run. Out of bounds. The 35 inside the 35-yard line. McGee again.
And that'll stop the clock. That'll allow Clear Lake to catch a breath. It'll also allow Deer Park to catch their breath defensively. But another big gain on first down. As he picks up 5, it'll be 2nd and 5.
Clear Lake again with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. McGee. That's going to be very close to a first down. He's at the 30 or at the 31, depending on where they spot the ball.
Well, they may need to measure this one.
The clock is moving.
They're not going to measure. They're going to call it 3rd and inches.
This is now clearly 4-down territory.
Absolutely.
Davis lurks left side. They give it to Chapman, it looks like. Or is that Pilot?
I believe it was Pilot. Yeah, Pilot.
And Pilot gets the necessary yardage to move the chains, stop the clock. A minute 55 left to play. 56. Deer Park holding on to a 31-25 lead. A field goal does Clear Lake no good. Of course, the way the special teams have, they want to get into the end zone. Smith.
Oh, he's got his man.
Davis.
Holding.
Davis.
He dropped it.
And he dropped the ball.
But there's going to be pass interference. It's going to be holding against Deer Park as they were grabbing his jersey, pulling his towel. They did everything but undress him down near the 10-yard line to keep him from catching the football.
Sometimes that's probably the only way you can stop Jordan Davis. Fans don't like it, but we see it up here.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious on that call.
Yeah,
we can get a replay on that.
Clearly holding.
Again, all the time in the world for Smith.
Yeah. And the grab was before that.
Yeah. Minute 44. Movement.
It's going to be offside against Deer Park. Looks like it was big number 93 tried to sneak into the backfield. And when you're that big, you're not sneaking anywhere. Tristan Guerra. It's like trying to sneak into the kitchen after midnight and get a snack. It ain't happening, buddy.
Cold pizza. Some costly penalties on both sides, defensively too. It's first down and 5, 14-yard line of Deer Park. Smith. Oh, he's got Chapman open, but instead he'll take it himself into the end zone. Touchdown! Sam Smith from 14 yards out. He read that perfectly. The parting of the Falcon Sea. My goodness. We've seen some great offensive line play tonight on both sides.
What an amazing drive by Sam Smith, leading his team back. The senior quarterback doing what he's been taught to do now. The all-important extra point. They've missed 3 tonight.
Weed, biggest extra point so far. Fortney to hold, it's blocked. Deer Park has got the ball. They can convert on this.
My goodness.
It could be.
Oh, what a block. He's got one man to beat.
Page.
He's running out of gas. Oh.
Well, special teams said it from the opening drive tonight. So important. 4 missed extra points for the Clear Lake Falcons.
And Cody Page ran out of gas at the 20-yard line. Wow. Let's watch it again. It was a bad snap to begin with. There was no blocking. I mean, you can't even blame that on the kicker. He had no chance at all. Cody Page picks this up, looking for some blockers, and he found several. There's going to be a big hit coming up here in a moment on a peelback right there at the 30. And he's got about a 10-yard lead. He's got one man to beat here, cuts inside. And he gets sucked up from behind. Sean Fortney saving the day for Clear Lake.
The holder, Fortney. It wasn't the kicker, Weed. It was Fortney this time bringing him down.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but clearly Page running out of gas.
What a ball game. Unbelievable way to start this season.
We are tied at 31. This game was Clear Lake 6-0. They were able to score a touchdown, but mixed an extra point. Deer Park took the lead 7-6, and before you knew it, it was 25-10 Clear Lake at the half. But Deer Park, with 21 unanswered points, taking a 31-25 lead. A touchdown moments ago from 14 yards out by the quarterback Sam Smith of Clear Lake has tied the game at 31. But boy, it could have been, it should be Clear Lake with the lead.
4 missed extra points, 2 missed and 2 blocked.
Minute 37 left to play in the ball game. Fair catch.
Now, my pet peeve has been pooch kicks, especially in this situation. You give a good team
great
that's
field
moved
position
offensively, very good field position. Make them return, squib it down, see if they have a turnover, make them return the football. But now no time goes off the clock. They have 1:37 to go, 2 timeouts for the Deer with an opportunity to move into field goal range and possibly steal this ball game.
Forrest Needler, somewhere on that sideline, has got to be thinking it might be my number call to win this thing.
Secondary looks a little bit confused. They have a wide open receiver in the middle of the field.
Means, after the snap, running up the middle, and Means loses his helmet for the second time tonight. Gains about 6 yards on that play, depending on where they spot the ball.
Down on this near sideline, the middle receiver, the inside slot guy, Logan Berryhill, was uncovered. If Connor Means sees him, it's game over.
Thompson is coming back into the ball game as Means is coming out with 1:07.
It's like he had a helmet issue. Wow, it's a bad time for that. I would think about calling a timeout.
Thurman Thomas. 2 timeouts remaining for the Deer. Farmer, short of a first down, under 50 seconds now to play. They are going to use a timeout.
Bit surprised at the conservatism, if you will, of Deer Park here on these first 2 plays.
Because even if you do turn the ball over, Clear Lake still is going to have to theoretically score a touchdown because the field goal has the kicking game for Clear Lake has been non-existent tonight.
Right, absolutely.
So
kicking game's out the window completely. And I think even if you go into overtime, if you're Clear Lake, you have to look at going for 2 even if you score. So 46 seconds, 1 timeout remaining for Deer. I would assume since they played it safe the first 2 calls here, that they would probably go to Farmer here to try to at least pick up the first down, get a new set of downs, and then maybe go to the air after that.
3rd and inches. Now that would be a timeout in itself because they stop the clock when they're able to get that first down. This is not like the NFL where in college and in high school that they will stop the clock after the first down. So Deer Park going to try to use it to their advantage. To the left side as wide receiver is Berryhill. You mentioned him wide open earlier. Zink to the right side. Farmer in the backfield with Means taking the snap. Farmer instead. First down. It will stop the clock, and he'll get to the 49-yard line with 41 seconds remaining.
So now they need to have a play ready. They should have had 2 plays called in the huddle.
Time management becomes huge. And sometimes at this level, it's hard to get in there.
Now they have to huddle. There's no reason they should have to huddle.
Eating up precious time, Ken.
Again, watch 80, inside slot guy.
Farmer, and it will stop the clock out of bounds on 2nd down now.
Showing very little confidence in his quarterback right now. Or just trying to play it safe.
Connor might be also hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
He's taken some hits.
He has.
Injury bug bit Connor a bit last year. tie game. Time management, so important in these situations. Zink and Berryhill lined up to the right side. Right side, almost intercepted. Means hands on his helmet saying, oh man.
Wow. Well, maybe that's why they've been running the football.
Colton Allen also is lined up, the slot receiver to the right side for Deer Park.
I mean, if David Lott catches that football, I mean.
Allen was open up the middle.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Third down with 19 left on the clock. One timeout remaining for Deer Park. Clear Lake's got all three. So if they can somehow stop them, they could maybe call a timeout here. Try to get the ball back. Let's see how it unfolds here. Means will be getting the first down with 10 seconds remaining at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you're going to have to go ahead and burn your timeout now. And either you can't have a silly penalty going on here.
Will be a first down. Stops the clock with 9 seconds left.
So let's see.
So you're going to try a long field goal. You probably have time for one more play, possibly.
Long field goal. If they were to attempt a field goal here, what about a 50?
About a 51-yarder.
Yeah.
They're at the 35, about 52 yards. Very little breeze, if any.
I don't know if Forrest Needler has that type of range.
A very interesting decision here, or you could just go for the old Hail Mary.
Thing is, you don't have Jordan Davis on your team.
No, you do not.
You could do that.
You do not.
With the 50-50 chance if you're
but,
Clear
but
Lake.
with the way that Clear Lake
has been playing defensively
and the mistakes that they've made playing undisciplined, you could hope for a penalty just by throwing it deep. Or another option is you send 3 or 4 guys deep and then you dump one off the farmer in the flat to see if he can take it to distance or at least pick up 10 to 15 yards and get out of bounds to set up a closer field goal. So those are your options right now. They're going to go trips right.
Allen, Berryhill, and Story to the right side. To the left side is Watson.
There's your dump off the farmer.
Farmer.
You get what you can, you get out of bounds. Excellent play call.
Well, do you trust Needler?
Yeah, you go for it now. You go for your field goal now.
This is going to be a long one. But you make it, you win the game, you miss.
You go to overtime. As long as you don't get it blocked in return for a touchdown the other way.
Story's going to hold. This will be a 45-yard field goal as it's lined up on the left hash mark.
Junior kicker, Needler.
Special teams has really hurt Clear Lake. They should have the lead. And Deer Park's going to try to make them pay. Special teams of their own. Story to hold. Snap is down. And it is short.
Barely.
It had the accuracy, but it was short. And so it is now OT.
Overtime.
And
Wow.
Overtime rule.
What a way to start the season, my friend. We're going to get some extra football here tonight. And similar to college overtime rules.
Yes. Get the ball at the 25-yard line. And then after the after 2 overtimes, the third overtime, it becomes a mandatory 2-point conversion. But has that gone out the window even before we even begin overtime with Clear Lake?
I think it has to. I don't think they can afford to try an extra point if they were to score first. Or even if they were to be down 7 and score, I think they would have to go for 2 and the win on their first possession.
Looking at the numbers, Clear Lake with 24-20 first downs. How about the total offense? That really caught up in favor of Deer Park. They're 432 in total offense for Clear Lake, 394 total offense for the Deer.
Yeah, passing yardage still non-existent, only 54 passing yards for Deer Park, but they've been able to control that ground game here in the second half.
And look at the time of possession, 28 minutes for Deer Park, 20 minutes, 19:59 for Clear Lake.
So almost dead even.
The time of possession actually in
favor
of
Deer
Park.
Deer Park, yeah.
But remember, it was Deer Park down by 2 minutes at time of possession at the end of the first half.
Yeah, those 2 long drives, they got them back into this ball game.
Well, the fans get free football. Absher Stadium. Did a lot of renovations here about 3 years ago to the stadium.
It's a beautiful facility. Absolutely gorgeous.
Old press box. Used to be kind of rickety, but they have invested millions of dollars in this several-tier press box. It's a 3-tier press box, luxury boxes. Nice radio booth for the radio announcers. Us TV guys have to sit outside.
That's fine. We're in the elements.
Yes, it's
not too bad up here tonight.
No,
I mean, it's warm and muggy, but it's not. You know, I can remember last year, the opening week of the season, we were in the Astrodome, but week 2, it was, it was ridiculous.
Astrodome? House of Pain?
Reliance Stadium, forgive me, please. And some interesting news, speaking of the Dome today, looks like all of the 2013 championship games are going to be once again up in Arlington. So no love for the city of Houston once again.
We'll get it one day. We got that big scoreboard. We got the Super Bowl coming.
You know, we could put half the games in Reliant, half the games in the Dome.
If they got the Super Bowl coming, shouldn't they at least have the Texas high school football championships worthy?
You would think.
It's a beautiful stadium.
You would think. So again, continue to follow us, guys, tonight here on Legacy Sports on Twitter, at Legacy Sports Network. You can follow myself at K Moore Sports on Twitter. Like our Facebook page, if you will.
Like us at Legacy Sports Network on Facebook. It was 6-0 Clear Lake, 7-6 Deer Park, 25-10 Clear Lake at the half. Deer Park took the 31-25 lead with about 10 minutes to play. Clear Lake was able to tie the game up at 31, missed the extra point, which would have given them the lead. 1 of 4 extra points missed here tonight.
It was blocked and nearly returned for 2. You know?
And Page just ran out of gas.
Yeah.
So the
teams will start at the 25.
Two coaches were meeting at midfield on the Deer logo with the officials, and it looks like this is going to be Clear Lake first on offense.
And I think it's automatically 4-down territory for Clear Lake. They cannot, they have to take the field goal and extra point, I believe, completely out of their playbook at this point.
Ball space spotted at the 25-yard line, and somewhat similar to extra innings of baseball, where the visiting team, if they score, well then now the home team, which is Deer Park, has a chance to match that score. If they don't, the team that scored first wins. If not, if the team does not score first and the home team scores, then it will be the home team that wins, and obviously it would be Deer Park here. Trickery with Chapman in the backfield. Chapman nowhere to go, and he loses several yards.
That play has not been successful at all tonight. And he was lucky to hold on to the football. That was nearly a fumble.
Yeah. Turnover, automatic ball goes back to the other team at the 25-yard line.
That's another play they need to burn for the night. A little end around to Chapman has not worked at all.
Smith.
Uh-oh. Get rid of it.
go back even further. They're making it very difficult on themselves to try to score. They got to get the first down. If they don't get the first down, Deer Park will get the ball back.
Reese Raley beating a virtual triple team on the right side. Quarterback's escape. He doesn't give up. Catches him by the ankle. Third down, 17.
Trip Arnold was open on the left side. I don't know why, but speaking of left side, it's Davis.
Yes.
Lined up with Chapman. Arnold and Fortney lined up on the right side
Safety
for the
over the top.
Falcons. They're
Goes
going
the other way.
to Fortney. In the air. Incomplete. Fourth down. No way they're kicking the field goal. They're going to have to go for it on fourth down. Good idea.
They had Fortney. It was just a better defensive play. So now I think you have no choice. You go to your guy, Jordan Davis.
Throw it up.
Single coverage, double coverage, triple coverage.
See what
happens. You got to go to your bell cow here. Again, you got a safety over the top. And Cody Page.
Got to get 17 yards to get their offense still on the field. Smith looking. Smith in the air. He's going to get it intercepted. And Deer Park will get the ball at the 25-yard line. On fourth down, they fail. That offensive possession just did not look like anything that we've seen Clear Lake be successful with.
Right. I mean, it started with the first play when they tried the little inside reverse that went nowhere. And then the quarterback gets sacked on the second play by an excellent defensive play by Reese Raley. Here they're trying to go up top to Jordan, and he's double covered. And finally, when he releases it, I mean, there's just nobody home. So now.
Also, hats off to Deer Park's defense. Really making it uncomfortable for Sam Smith.
Now, Deer Park trying to pull off the comeback as they trailed early in this ball game, 25-10. And they've come all the way back to tie it and force overtime. Now they try to end it.
Could he go? Could he go? He does! It's been his night all night. Trey Farmer.
Talk about a breakout performance in week 0. Trey Farmer has just put his name on the map for one of the breakout performers in 2013 in Texas high school football. The junior. Watch it. Counter Trey like the old Washington Redskins, and he takes it to the house, 25 yards for the game winner.
Deer Park wins the ball game by a score of 37-31. And Deer Park, they can really catapult themselves and use this game as a real momentum builder for 2013.
Yeah, tremendous ball game here tonight, Gerald. I mean, both teams playing tremendously offensively. The offensive lines on both sides really dominating the game. Clear Lake in the first half, their offensive line dominated. Second half, Deer Park, their offensive line dominated. And then Trey Farmer, what can you say to capitalize it with a big run at the end of the ball game?
Well, at halftime, both you and I mentioned that Chris Massey, a masterful tactician of making the adjustments, the in-game adjustments. And, well, he did. And as a result, his team was able to come back and win here in overtime 37-31 over their longtime rival, the Clear Lake Falcons. For Ken Moore, I'm Gerald Sanchez, wishing you a very pleasant good evening from Absher Stadium in Deer Park, Texas. Again, the final in overtime, the Deer victorious 37-31.